Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I love these, man. These hers, jalapeno kettle cooks. Best thing in the world, man. Um, I'm not out here to tell people I told you so, but um, when I first seen the video with Big Meech and Rick Ross, I'm not gonna say I knew it wasn't something coming behind it. I did. I'm a fan of my chip because I'm right. See, normally when I predict shit, people be like I'm crazy. I think I just be over internet surfing. So I'm enjoying my chip. It's my victory lap. The thing with Big Meech that hurt me more than anything is, is who can trick you out your spot. Now, I understand you paroled in Miami, you living in Miami, but I saw Ross lived in Atlanta. We're gonna follow that. We're gonna get back to that. Number two, I hope a lot of people understand why 50 is how he is. Like some of the times I remember we used to joke around with my cousin telling me he was an honorary G. You remember? But in reality, it was me. Each move 50 Cent has made, I seen it. I knew why. And I was fully cool with the outcome of how everything went down. I think the same way. I just ain't got the same money. But I understand. Um, as far as a lot of questions that people are asking, like how far along the 50 Cent now about the whole Big Meech and Tammy thing or whatever. Um, that's just a question that people are going to spark to start conversation. Um, how long has 50 Cent known about Tammy? I ain't nobody. And I'd have known about Tammy hmm, years. Um, most cats that feel comfortable enough to get on these platforms or build these platforms and spit out the shit that they spit out, most likely were people just like me. Used to be on YouTube, topics come up, you watch 1,000 videos about it. Was thinking you got a PhD in these people's situation. Unfortunately, BMF is one of those situations where I got my fucking PhD. Um, it was a point in my life before. Well, I always was a movie dude. I always liked the movies, funny shit like that. But it was a part of my life from like the early thousands, late 90s, early thousands, mid thousands, all the way up to like the olds. Wow, '09, 2010. I only watched gangster documentaries. Barksdale, BMF, Rayful Edmonds, um, Frank Matthews. I used to read a lot of shit with Donald Goins. Like I was fascinated in this shit because it was semi life that I was living, but I wanted to always know where did they go wrong at, what got them put behind bars, or what could they have done differently to keep them from behind bars. So in BMF situation, if I can remember, because like I said, even for them to put the show out, I wasn't really excited to see it. I did watch it because I was a supporter, but I seen so many documentaries, so to my eyes, I didn't feel there's any aspect of these men's life that I don't know. The documentaries really told all their business, but I see why the show made sense because it took it back to a home standpoint. We only knew about the street standpoint, outside of Detroit until the last 10 years where niggas start making crazy videos from Detroit. And now we're getting the side of from Detroit side. I mean, from the home base side, not the worldwide traveling side. To me, I mean, I never seen no chapter of BMF come to the city of Philadelphia. I never seen no nigga running around here screaming BMF. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it probably wasn't no work from Big Meech on these streets, but it wasn't no subsidiaries running around here screaming BMF. Not in Philly. I only remember niggas in New York running around screaming BMF. That was more like a stop in Atlanta type situation. He never made his way here. In my opinion, Beach did come here because it wouldn't have worked. Um, Down south, niggas is more on their own type time. I mean, if you look at some of our legends, Ace Capone, list goes on and on. We had millionaires, so for Meech them to show up, the only way that we was fucking with these niggas that work made sense. And even with us, we gonna do some homework to make sure you ain't already hot, big homie, before you come up here bringing your motherfucking indictment our way. See, that's why a lot of times a lot of them kingpins never made it the fuck up here, because we wasn't no dummies, and we got a lot of questions before we put our life on the line, our people life on the line, or any of that shit. We gotta know what's going on and what we getting into. We also gotta know what you into. And lastly of all, nigga, we've been making it fine before you showed up. So you better come up with a real clever situation to make us want to change sides, or you might not make it the fuck out of here. And any nigga in Philly will back that play for me. I mean, it's probably the same way in many of the cities. That's why they didn't come through there. But it didn't work. I mean, don't get me wrong. Where I do wish they would have came through was on the music side because he got an ear. So I would have hoped that his ear would have caught a lot of the niggas that we had and put that big money behind them, which would have got them out there faster. Like with me, I'm always thinking of the positive for my city. So in that stages, I could have seen he had enough money to do it. But the feds is a little sharp up here, big homie. So it probably would have ran to his demise faster. But Philly niggas probably would have stood tall. We wouldn't have folded on him. Definitely if he was feeding niggas like they said he was, living like he was, making sure everybody else was living the same, they definitely wanted it. You know, they would have let him live. Um, but back to the task at hand. Um, 50 Cent probably knew the whole time. The thing with rich motherfuckers, man, people gotta understand. Name me one corner in Jamaica, Queens where 50 stands on the sells drugs. Okay, thought so. You name me one nigga he busting. You name me one time you seen 50 Cent arm outside a movie. So for that reason, he is not a street nigga. So whether he knew or not, it don't fucking matter. The old fifth from the block couldn't have did no business with him. But Curtis, 50 Cent Jackson, the businessman, can work whatever the fuck he want to work with because he ain't no street nigga. This is business. I don't give a fuck. That nigga told not me, but I see a $20 million empire we could build real quick off of this shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this money, put this in my portfolio, and life gonna go on. I'm still gonna be me. Number two, ain't no nigga gonna run up on him and question it either. They gonna let him walk past with security all the way across the street and yell shit. But come on, bro, that's what people gotta understand. So how long ever he knew it don't matter. And then it'd be like the people that be questioning be surrounded by fucking rats. Like, come on, man, let's be real. Niggas hide niggas stories because they're useful to them. Don't forget that. But the way that he disciplined him, that's the reason why I say 50 Cent still has a street side because he did discipline him appropriately. See what I'm saying? Big Meech, you pretty tied to the streets. I mean, Mike Knox been running around with G Unit for years. That hurt me to my heart. Nigga, I actually messaged Mike Knox to try to get me to 50, for some situations that I had, because in my mind, I'm like, damn, if we both from the city and you get me to him and everything work out, we both gonna eat, and then it make you look good in his eyes because you brought a breadwinner to the table. But shit never happened. And you know, it is what it is. But I learned one thing about that situation dealing with them. He does not honor weakness. And the crazy part about it, where some niggas in the streets, we've been out here talking. If Mike Knox would have got rolled on by DC, 50 would have still had him running. As long as it was a video out there with that nigga going down swinging, 50 probably would have took better care of that nigga. Because it's not a sign of weakness. You went out on your shield like a man. All that apologizing and all that shit. No, man, you from the same city I'm from. I understand. Cause I thought about it at other angles, like, oh, niggas gonna play, oh, niggas ain't playing me against nobody. I ain't playing, let nobody play me in my city against each other. I understand that fact too. But when you sign a loyalty code, that's what you do. Um, if I decide to make, hypothetically, I sign a deal with Whack 100 in his outfit, that mean now I'm an imprint of a West Coast. So that mean no, you're not gonna be inside no clubs talking crazy about the nigga. That's the nigga that I do business with. So no, I now my problems is his problems. 100%. That's the way that it go. When you deal with street niggas in the business, but your problems is my problem. So at the end of the day, he probably felt some type of way that Mike Knox nigga. If I ain't say I'm cool with that nigga, we ain't cool with that nigga. And I feel the same way. My man ain't fucking with you, nigga. I ain't fucking with you. So why can I be a hypocrite of him doing that? And that's the way that I felt that should be carried. Also too, like I told my man, I felt like he tried to clean it up by offering the boxing match and all that shit. But I mean, it was already too late at that time because he didn't already show the sign that he didn't want to see, which is, yo, this nigga out here checking you. They got you on camera apologizing, looking crazy. So I mean, I can see him distancing himself. Big Meech is a little different because I don't think he put the amount of money in Mike Knox's pockets that he put in the Flannery thing. Um, for brothers to do the same thing, because like I said, whatever Terry with the picture with Preem son, whatever the case may be, you tapped into, that was a no-no, bro. Definitely for the hand that feeding you at the time, and really the only hand that's really gonna be lined up to help you from there on out. Um, that to me, that was a bad move on Terry behalf. I don't know how it transpired. I don't know what happened. But I mean, you do see other things like that, like Max B and Jim Jones is beefing, but you see Max B's son with Jim Jones. We don't know the story, and like Max said, my son promoting his clothes. Max can't help him promote his clothes from in jail. All right, yeah, I know the nigga Jimmy. He cool. He buzzing. Go ahead and do it. It's a play for you, son. Don't worry about me and my problems. It's a play for you. I don't understand. As far as Big Meech and Ross, that's a little weird. I would definitely like to do a little more homework, but I'm gonna put some shit out in the elements because even for him to be able to come, I get to perform this song for the first time with Big Meech. I heard Larry Hoover family got paid for that song to be performed in Chicago. I don't know why people be thinking the internet disappear. I hope they ain't scrub these videos, but last time I checked, I heard niggas had to pay money to be able to go to Chicago and perform that song. And it wasn't money that they got paid to do the show. I heard it was money that they paid out to be able to perform that song. So that's the one thing where we gotta keep in mind. So it ain't like Rick Ross is just no maniacal ass nigga and that oh no man, he got this set up. Nah, we not gonna do that. But Big Meech, for you to be who you was and know what you know, 50 could have got you an imprint into the music industry if that's what you wanted to do. Or you could have took your own money and got your own imprint. You actually got suitable artists that look up to you way higher up the food chain than that nigga. And the reason why I'm gonna keep calling him that nigga is because, bro, it's like if you really is on some sucker shit trying to trick that man out of his spot, I hope you're gonna take care of him and his family for what you're doing. Because he had a plate on the table that he was eating off of, and you tried to get that shit snatched away from him, possibly for whatever little weird shit you got going on with that man. You just got done telling the nigga if he do one thing for you, y'all squash the beef, and then you right back on some nut ass shit again. So that's crazy. And the thing about it, as far as the message I send to Big Meech, you probably could have got Drizzy out, nigga. Real shit. You probably could have got around Kendrick, nigga. Like, to these niggas, you still a legend right now until everything gets settled out. I mean, for me, like I said, I do my homework and you know it is what it is. I mean, I still look up, I still fuck with him because, like I said, the man still made the money he did. He still put a whole network together, stemming from state to state. So I can't take away from what he did. He did something that was genius. Yes, it has been done by many other people, but so what? The way he did it was fine, and like I say, I like the way that he treated people, and that's another thing. Why you ever gonna even hear me still with the greatest respect tone for Big Meech because I like how he treated his people. And he didn't fold on his people. He folded on somebody possibly, but he didn't fold on his soldiers. He didn't fold on none of them niggas that was helping him eat everything. Just saying. So to me, a leader, he went down like a leader until we see otherwise. Um, is 50 Cent wrong? No. Um, like Yo said, he is very territorial about who you deal with when you dealing with him. And I am the same exact way. No, why would I want you dealing with my enemy and you around me? You eating with me, my enemy ain't helping you make no money. But you supposed to be able to be tight with him. Nah, I'm not doing that. So no, for that reason, that's how anybody should feel. At the end of the day, I never known Ross to be walking artists and labels and getting deals. I mean, I don't even think his artists was too happy with their situation. So for you to even use that to make an imprint or even think that could get you an imprint. I mean, come on, my nigga. You could have brodied your way in the nigga car show. You ain't had to, you know, get invited. You could have just showed up. And that shit crazy, man. But I mean, to me, it's a touchy situation. It's a very touchy situation, man, because everybody gonna say differently, and then you already got people painting narratives of what side is Lil Meech gonna choose. Fuck you mean what side he gonna choose, nigga? I'ma die broke with my daddy, nigga. Fuck you mean? That's a no brainer. He don't have a answer to that. Fuck you mean, nigga? His heart, mind, body, and soul will answer that question for y'all niggas. I'm rocking out my pop, nigga, right or wrong. I ain't got no choice. I gotta crash, nigga. I came out and paused. I gotta crash out with him. See what I'm saying? So that's a no brainer. And see, Lil Meech think he cocky. So right now, he probably think he can carry on with the career without the help of 50 Cent and the stuff that he been doing. So who knows? I don't know, but he definitely gonna choose his dad's side. If he don't choose his pop side, I'm not fucking with him no more. Cause that mean he wasn't no real nigga. He was a whole little sucker nigga. So no, you can't turn cold. But also too, at the end of the day, let's paint this narrative before we move on to this last topic. But let's say this is planned. No 50 is a marketing genius. Um, he did invest some money into his family, him and his family. So, and we did see the stunt he pulled Roll Timmy. So maybe this is just one of them, and it's a way to get his money back. We don't know. All we can do is sit back and watch how it play out and see, you know. Cause see the one thing about 50, 50 gonna go on radio quick. That's the one thing about him and his situations when they're overly large. You might see him at the Breakfast Club coming up. You might see him at Power 107 or Big Boy's Neighborhood or something, telling you why he did what he did, why he put them posters up, and he gonna publicly tell us why where his relationship is going with him. He don't hide nothing. That's the part why I just say just be patient and wait, and he'll answer all the questions for you and calm down a lot of the clickbait and all the extra bullshit content because he gonna let you know what it is eventually. Just be patient and wait. But my next topic is a topic that, again, I was kind of shaky on touching on pause, but it has to be done. And this is this ASAP Rocky trial. Um, I'd heard a lot of different information about it. I'd heard a lot of different outtakes from people and stuff like that. Um, I'm gonna say two scenarios that I don't know how they fit. Um, I know one of them I heard they were saying that he was telling them that it was a starter pistol. Now this is the time, like I say, I'm from outside, so number one rule, man, I'm not putting a gun in my hand. If y'all ain't got a gun for my hand or a video of me with a gun, I ain't had no gun. I don't know what you're talking about. If y'all ain't got no GSR, I ain't had no gun. I ain't doing your job for you, officers. We don't split checks. You take all that shit home every Friday. Do your job, my nigga. I'm not putting no gun in your hands. So even for him to say it was a starter pistol or it was a water gun, it was a BB gun, nigga, I didn't have no gun. Y'all don't have no bullets. Y'all don't have no forensic. I didn't have no gun. So a friend of mine says the homie who testified went and got the bullets from a cop. And he gave me a scenario saying, well, he could have went to the range with him and just picked up some bullets one time and kept them, which is smart. And it holds water because it is a possible fact. Anything that's a possible fact holds water. But if you telling me that these cops look for these bullets, searched this house, found nothing, and then this guy pops up with two bullets. Now the thing is, I know ballistics and forensics go a little farther for them to know whether a gun was fired in that house, in that room, in that vicinity. They know. There's other ways to find out. GSR splatters. It can fly and be on parts of the ceiling anywhere. It's a lot of things in forensics. I actually had a big fantasy, not fantasy, but I was heavy into forensics for years. So for them to not know whether a gun was fired, they wouldn't have went along with the case. They knew a gun was fired in that room. Number two, I seen a grainy video. It looks horrible. So technically, I don't have a clear video that says or shows that I had a gun. I'm not gonna tell you I had a gun. Doing your job for you, whether it was a starter pistol, slingshot gun, whatever the case may be. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's do your job for you. As far as if that was true, that the evidence was collected by a person and not the authorities, that definitely don't smell right. But I never heard a case that make it to court where the person brought the cops the evidence and they actually was able to use it because I thought that was against the law. So there's a few little. That's why I say shop barbershop talk and actual facts is totally different. Um, for me, honestly, Like I said, I feel that ASAP Rocky had a pretty good deal, but what they gave him, a lot of people keep saying, "What is Rihanna doing?" Rihanna probably got that nigga that fucking deal. Don't get it fucked up, because that was a very good deal, very good deal. I would have took it 10 times over. As far as endorsements, if you lose your case, you lose all endorsements. But if you took the deal, you lose some endorsements, and you have a very rich lady and the potential to still get out there and make more money. I would have took the deal. Um, if the details that I am hearing, like it's the case sound weird to me. That's why I did want to get into it because I thought it was gonna be a homie stole some money, they fell out, yada yada. That's it. Nah, it wasn't that. My homie tried to tell me that they fell out because the nigga wasn't gay on me. Not gay, but oh he stopped coming around. He stopped hanging out with us. He changed this and that. The nigga had a family, you freakazoid. Then on top of that, nigga, no, not being funny, but I'm nursing a powerhouse relationship right now. My nigga, I'm busy. This is hard work over here. This is a reread, nigga. You tripping? Look what I got. I'm busy, but I got you, bro. I'm still bro. I'm here. Now I don't know if the money love change or main man was used to being out on the road getting all the little leftover bitches, or like I said, maybe he wasn't taking care of me like that. I mean, I see Ferg still looks very comfortable. I don't see Ferg running around saying anything bad about ASAP Rocky or any of that. He just sitting there chilling. So that's what I say. It's all about the reason why I say to me, because like I hear all the stories, speculations, that's all for conversation, but I only go off of base facts. I would never want any of y'all out there to really think that a law enforcement agency or the government is dumb enough to trial a fucking case where they don't have sufficient enough evidence. I'm just gonna put that out there. I understand testimonies and things are key, but testimonies are not the only things that will make them take a high profile person to trial just based it off of this one guy's story. So I hope y'all are smart enough to know that. As we seen, Tory Lanez went to jail because they had witness testimonies, evidence, videos, all that goofy shit. It's more to it than just this one guy's testimony. So for them to bring these charges that they gave him, I really think that they have some type of sufficient enough evidence because a case cannot go to trial without a sufficient enough amount of evidence to try to prosecute. And I know this from my own situations. May not have been in the state of California, but I know it from my own situation. Had a few cases thrown out for lack of evidence or you'd be the motion which suppresses some of the evidence. Now the DA doesn't want to move forward. Been through that twice. See what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that I'm gonna say that these people are not stupid and they kind of know what they're doing before they do it. Um, if it is a day and age where the court is willing to play this publicity game and help these niggas prank us like this, then I had to look at the world a whole different way. United States would be a joke to me after that, and I don't think that's the case. Um, y'all just see they just prosecuted Young Thug ass with no problem, and Dirk ass locked up now. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you can't really say. I hope the God is not a prank or a joke, but I do wonder why didn't he take the 6 months suspended sentence where he wouldn't even did a day in jail. He just would have been registered as a felon. But at the end of the day, you are an artist. You don't work at Costco. Last I checked, I don't know how endorsements feel when you have a record. I mean, I see a lot of these cats got tons of endorsements, criminals, gangsters, everything. So I don't know, but evidently it was something that he didn't want to do, and evidently he felt comfortable enough to say that he could beat it. I hope this isn't one thinking that I'm rich, I'm famous, and I should spank this because my homie ain't nobody. I'ma just tell y'all that, you know, the opposition of what's going on has discoveries, evidence, all this stuff to let them know. Now, if his law firm feel as though that the evidence is weak and they told him that he should go to trial, I'm gonna figure that maybe they got some secret shit, which I know they have to turn over eventually as the law, but I would like to see what kind of card are they holding to make him feel confident enough to turn down a deal that was that good over a few endorsements. I didn't hear him say all endorsements, some endorsements. And I'm just saying at the point of life where I'm at, I mean, when you at, if this is your mistake, why not take the quote unquote slap on the wrist for your mistake worse than taking the, okay, now I lost my endorsements and I'm going to jail for fucking who knows how long. That's the difference when you lose trial, because when you lose trial, you come back for sentencing. Now you got to be sitting at home wondering where are they going to sentence me at in these guidelines. Is they going to give me the maximum guideline or the minimum guideline? So you remember that too, bro. That's why I be like, take this shit to trial. My man always told me this shit. I take it to trial if I'm free. If I'm in jail, that's different because trial takes a long time. That's why most cats end up taking deals. Definitely when they inside, because yeah, you might get to put on a suit and go back and forth to court once a month, but your case is still not making no progress. And then you got to sit there hoping that your judge give you time served for this time that you sat there and fought this case, because he can simply say no. And if you just sat up there for 2 years fighting this case and then you sentenced to 3, and you could have just took a deal for 1 to 3, you kind of wasted the court time, wasted the state time, a bunch of money, and built you up some extra restitution that you could have avoided. So I do say sometimes deals are smart. Go ahead, let's get this shit out the way. And 9 times out of 10, when you abide by the state and take their deals, like I said, the 1 to 3, if he fought for a year and a half, they probably would have gave a nigga time service, sent him home that day. If you already sat there a year and a half, almost 2 years fighting the case, and they sent you to a 1 to 3, I bet my life they probably see you right on home. I mean, if you already been there a year and a half, I'm gonna go ahead and max out. That way I ain't gotta come home with no papers. This is just my opinion. This is my opinion. I ain't telling you that. Most niggas gonna fly their ass home and they gonna be right the fuck back up there with new charges. I'm gonna go ahead and max out, so when I walk out, yeah, I might be a felon, whatever the case may be, but I'm a free felon. So if I catch a new case, I can get bail, I could possibly get ROR, whatever the case may be. I'm kind of semi-civilian. But if I run my ass out of there with whatever time on my back, that's just put me, depending on what you coming out to. Let's say that also. That's a big thing. But for somebody like him and his stature, I don't really think he could take a jail hit right now. Um, I haven't personally heard a lot from ASAP Rocky in quite some time. I kind of became a Ferg fan, and I ain't heard shit from Ferg in quite some time. So as far as the whole ASAP label, I haven't really heard anything from them in quite some time. So I don't know how to judge what type of hit his career would take. He said he got endorsements. I don't know how the endorsements work, but I don't know. I know they still have social media following, so on and so forth. Shit, that nigga probably making a ton of money just having kids with somebody that mega famous. Cause some of the times, like when people underrate who people actually are, Rihanna's a megastar. Just like Beyonce, just like Taylor Swift, just like Kylie Jenner, just like Kim Kardashian. She's a fucking megastar just like everybody else. So you do have to understand that too. Like, no, not being funny, but she's like Oprah. See what I'm saying? Like, that woman got so much fucking money, so many accolades and then still building off of her talent. So it's like she is, in my eyes, like a star. So after a while, and this is why I do wonder if it's something with it, because me as a man, just saying again, speaking from my point of view, before we get out of here, but me as a man, I would hope to say that ASAP Rocky didn't do it because I wouldn't even put her through that. I mean, not saying she the breadwinner, all that shit. No, let's be real as real. We got kids that gotta eat at the end of the day. Because if she's standing beside somebody that tried to kill a man and it comes out to be true, she gonna lose endorsement on it too. If he thinking that way, I hope she's thinking that way. But for me, and once again, I'm not a rapper. I'm me. I'm gonna be like, you know what, babe? I'm gonna go ahead and whatever I need to do to keep this quiet for you, that's what I'm gonna do. So if I need to go ahead and eat this deal or lose these endorsements, whatever I need to do to keep you out the spotlight and these kids and keep your situation safe and intact, that's the play we gonna make. And I know most likely she would have said, you know what, I don't want you to, but that makes the most sense. And that's what you want to do. I'm with it whatever way. That's real nigga shit. So I don't know what's going on, but all I can do is sit and watch and see what the outcome is and how things play out. You know, of course, I hope everything work out for the best. I don't want to see a man go to jail. You got kids take care of shit like that, and if it's some old weird shit because I stopped carrying your ass and you got mad at me, we argued, and then whatever. I don't know. I don't know, but it's just time they saying they offering him for not taking that deal is some crazy numbers. So that's why I be saying losing. I just hope he don't lose gambling, or maybe he really didn't do it. I've been accused for things I did not do multiple times, and I stood the same way. Fuck it, we going to trial. I'm not owning up to something I didn't do. No way, shape, or form, whatever in my life, I die for something. If I didn't do it, I didn't do it. You're not gonna make me. I done a lot. You should have caught me, but you didn't. This I did not do, and you're not gonna put this on me. And that's how I go to court every case. If I did it, I did it. I tell the judge to his face. If I did that shit, judge, I promise, man, no homo. I'll lay down, nigga, and I take my punishment. But these situations that got me in front of you is manifest. And I'm not taking no punishment for no manifest situation because it's not real. So for that reason, we gonna fight in here like cats and dogs till we figure it out. And 9 times out of 10, I come out on top because most people say, man, your freedom, like this my freedom. I don't even trust my lawyer. Ain't no disrespect, but I don't even trust my lawyer. That's why I'm the type cat where I'm interpreting my lawyer what to say or how to do shit because it's my life. You rumbling for a check or a spotlight. I'm rumbling for my life and my freedom. So you coming back to me telling me this 1 year deal and all this shit cool. No, that's not cool to me, not for something I didn't do. There is no deal for what I didn't do because I'm not saying I know you tripping. Do you not? That's the part you're not missing. And after probably like the ninth, 10th, or 12th time, they'll be like, you really didn't do this, did you? No, nigga, what did you understand the first 10 times I told you I didn't do the shit? No, I didn't do it. All right, man. Well, look, I got a different angle we can go at it. Whoa, what you mean? You got a different angle we can go at it now? Like, this is what I used to deal with sitting there talking to these lawyers. Like, yeah, you believe I didn't do it? So the first time when I told you how everything went from start to finish, you thought I just fabricated that whole story for you? Fuck you think you is? But like I said, maybe it is some setup shit. That's why you feel confident. You can't make forensics lie. Not let somebody do some weird shit, but All we can do is wait till we see how it play out. But thanks for hanging out with my crazy ass again, man. Chiming in on another episode of Shit Talking Time. As always, always enjoy having y'all. If y'all haven't smashed that subscribe button, please smash it now. Also hit that like button, share it to all social media platforms. These topics definitely do need to be talked about because this is the stuff that's going on. I mean, I know we also did in the city of Philly. I definitely want to send my condolences out to all the families that was, um, you know, went through anything with the plane crash that happened in Northeast Philly. Um, it was probably about 20 minutes away from where I lived at. It's an area that I used to frequent a lot, a lot, a lot. If anybody, like I said, yeah, a lot. And it's like where the plane crashed at is fucked up because it is an area that I frequented a lot because it was actually happening at Coppin Mall. And I used to go there, actually just went up to Coppin Mall within the last few weeks to the Dutch market. But that's just still fucked up because, like I said, I watch a lot of this shit happen on the news in other cities, but I never really think it can happen here. And it's definitely a hurt piece, man. So we definitely have to send our condolences out to the families that was affected by that because a lot of people were hurt. It didn't seem like a lot, but it was. I mean, a lot of times they only focusing on fatalities, and they don't tell you about the people who they didn't find to the next day, the people they found later, the God people. Shit's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. And then they said the plane took off from Florida, came here, was refueling, and then going to Missouri. And it just came down that fast. I mean, I know where Northeast Airport is. That motherfucker ain't even fly a quarter mile from when it took off before it crashed. Fuck a quarter mile. That shit wasn't far at all. Yeah. I'm looking for answers, man. That's crazy. Oh, what you gave him some bad gas or something? What the fuck? Y'all grabbed the wrong nozzle? Like, what the fuck going on that can make a plane be able to fly all the way from Florida fine? Touchdown, go back up and come straight back down. That's a little goofy, man. But man, y'all people be safe, man. And, you know, just keep people in your prayers when tragedies like this happen. And, I understand the conspiracy theorists. I can understand the detectives, man. But the first thing of all, man, keep these people in your prayers because people lost good family members. I don't even the people for right now. We still got to look. People on the plane lost their lives too. Um, you know, we don't know what medical supplies they was flying around. Could have been organs to save somebody else's life. So it's like it's a lot swirling in my mind. The type of person I am. You know, not just always conspiracy. I know it's a lot was lost in that too, man. Damage the area, the city, so now taxpayers got to pay money to prevent that area. Like that shit, it's a lot that goes into play, man. I think about every point of it, but definitely thanks for chiming in, guys, man. Definitely see y'all next episode, man, for sure.